Now, can I get your thoughts really quick? We just had 2 fighters lose their life on, from injuries, fight-related within the same week, right? One of them was actually on the undercard. You had Cassius Chain in DC.
Yes.
There was a fight on that one, another one in Argentina. Talk to me. We just had Dillian White pop for PEDs.
Right.
You know, what needs to be done in the sport of boxing? Because obviously the sport is dangerous. It's dangerous enough.
It's already dangerous, but they just got to get stricter on the regulations that they got in place and put more. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like you're playing sports and somebody come in and say, I'm going to take your place. You got man against man, will against will. Anything is liable to happen in there.
What are your thoughts that the promoter, they knew before the fight and they still cleared him to fight?
Well, they got to deal with that because, again, there's laws in place for that type of stuff, so you just got to wait and see what the outcome is.
Does that concern you at all with potentially ever taking fighters over to the UK? Because they was on the UK, the UK.
Well, it does. I mean, that concerns coaches now. That concerns promoters now. That concerns managers now. When did you go over there? That's the case that they get away with a lot of stuff over there that what you would get away from over here. So again, it messed up a market for America and the UK to actually make some great money and great fights, so they'll figure it out.
Now, speaking of a big fight, you got Andy Ruiz supposed to be giving his rematch to Anthony Joshua. First off, thoughts on the fight and on the rematch that is, and do you think that should be in the US or the UK?
Well, Andy won it here, if it's on a contract, you know what I'm saying, he signed a contract to do it in the UK. The contract is like the Bible, so he got to deal with it, If he's getting paid what he want to get paid, he's in a good position. Only thing he got to worry about is everything is correct over there because we already seen what happened over there. If everything legit, you know what I'm saying, go get that money.
Right. Now, how do you see the rematch playing out the same way the first fight did with Anthony Joshua going down again?
Roy's a great fighter. He's a great fighter. Everybody sleep on him. You know what I'm saying? It's just how he take that over the UK, going out the country. Right. Just like he came over here and fought over here. It's going to be a good fight. And I don't think Ruiz want to let that belt go right away. I don't think he want to let that belt go.
Not at all. Now, you got Earl Spence, Sean Porter was just announced. Phenomenal unification fight. Right. Obviously, Manny just won, so the welterweight division is really hot right now. What are your thoughts on Errol Spence and Sean Porter?
Another great fight. They've been talking smack for so long. I can't wait for that fight. Both of them good friends of mine. I love them both. But that's what boxing need. We need them great fights like the Sugar Ray Leonard.
Legacy fights.
We need them. That's what makes boxing. We ain't having them, But I respect Al, what he doing with them. You know what I'm saying? Because he's trying to bring boxing back the way it was supposed to be, for putting on great bouts. Because you seen what happened with the Joshua and what's the name fight? It fell out.
Wilder.
Yeah, it fell out. And that was a lot of money to be missed. Now they got to figure it out.
A lot of people in the business feel that it can make even more money now, given they use Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather as an example.
Yeah.
That took many years to make. Manny took some losses in between those contests.
But everybody wanted to see that. Like, again, Manny is doing it again. Can Manny and Floyd get that fight, that rematch, to see the real fight? That Manny he looking good. Manny looking good, so you never know. Both of them at that age. Floyd just won a fight. Not against a great boxer, but he beat Manny. So knowing Floyd as a great fighter, if it was a controversial fight, Floyd would like to do it over.
Especially with the money being right.
Oh, if the money right, Floyd gonna do it right.
Of course. What are your thoughts on PBC now recognizing the WBO belt as a championship belt? They had Andy Ruiz, who holds the WBO belt, but they only acknowledged the IBF and the WBA. Same thing when they spoke about the welterweight champs. Terence Crawford's WBO wasn't being recognized. They feel that it's only Top Rank and MTK fighters that get in those rankings and get those belts. And if you look, there's only 3 PBC fighters in all the WBO rankings, and only one is champion, and that's Andy Ruiz.
Right. Well, it's going to change. It's going to change. They got to fight against each other that's in that sanctioning body to change that. So once they start fighting against each other, you'll start seeing a big change, that you'll start seeing a lot of PBC fighters holding them belts down.
And lastly, Coach, Gervonta Davis, July 27th. It's about him. But I got to bring it up. Tevin Farmer's also fighting that same night in Dallas. He holds the IBF strap that Tank lost on the scales a couple years ago.
Actually, I had Tank IBF belt sitting in the closet. I just brought it back out to let everybody know that Tank was the IBF champ. He didn't lose it.
He didn't lose it.
He didn't lose it against nobody.
Right.
So that fight can happen.
Is that a fight? Is that a fight?
That's a fight where everybody won. That's a fight that he won. That's a fight Tevin won. It's just when they're gonna have it, you know.
I was talking to Coach Kenny yesterday. He said there's no way that fight happens on the East Coast. It has to be on the West Coast because of all the conflict.
Yes. That fight, I can see that fight happening in Vegas or LA.
Do you think that's the best fight for Gervonta at 130 pounds?
No.
Because I mean, you got Miguel Burchell.
I don't think it's the
WBC
best
champ.
fight. I'm thinking, you know, it's not the best fight. It's just making the matchups right. You know what I'm saying?
Who would you say the best fight at 130 for
I
Tank?
can't. I'm waiting for them to put the best fighter in front of Tank.
Oh, you
first.
saying ain't nobody the best to go up against
No,
Tank?
because I'm waiting for, if you listen to all my interviews, I'm waiting for them to bring the best out of Tank. And I haven't seen that. This guy tonight, tomorrow might be that guy. But I got to see first.
Tank, really look forward to putting on spectacular performance. Coach, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate
and wish you nothing but the best of success this weekend, Coach.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, man. A lot of great questions.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, from title, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.